Hello everyone and welcome back to my 100% race series, and today I present to you F1 2012, the fourth game in the F1 Codemasters franchise and a return to form after disappointment of F1 2011, where basically Codemasters tried to reinvent the wheel by making it so that if you increase the downforce of your car, it actually went faster. Yes, that actually made no sense whatsoever. Anyway, let's move on now. You can see we've got Quick Race, Multiplayer, Career and Proving Grounds once again for 2012. Let's go into the online mode, of course, and see if anyone is actually still playing this game in 2021. Let's have a look at a quick match then and see, first of all, if anyone is actually out there. We've got a custom race as well, but we'll go to quick match first. Let's have a look. This is just, I think, a 3-lap or 5-lap race. It's a sprint race. Let's see if anyone's there. We're in a Sauber car. And, yes. There's no one. Hello? Hello? Okay, so let's go to the custom race, which was basically where everyone went to on this game, and see if we can find a session. Come on, I've got good feelings about this. Come on. Oh, there's no one there, lads. There's no one playing F1 2012 in 2021. It's so sad. It's just so sad. It really is. Anyway, let's move on to this game and see what is nestling in its rusty innards. We can see we got split screen. Look at this, split screen. If only I had some friends and I didn't need a note from the Home Secretary to leave the house, I could play that mode. I could play that mode, but sadly, I can't. No. Anyway, let's move on. Once again, you can see we're going to go to Proving Grounds, which has got, we've got Champions mode. Yes, I remember this mode. You had to race against the 6 world champions which were in Formula 1 in 2012. We had Kimi Raikkonen, the Iceman, of course. He was the first world champion. We had Lewis Hamilton. He was the second one. And then, of course, we had Jenson Button, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher. What a year 2012 was. And if you managed to beat all of them, you actually had a head-to-head where you managed to race against all of them at the end. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at the career mode now, and unfortunately the career mode is what lets this game down considerably. You had to go for the young driver test before you could even start the career mode. We got the season challenge as well. That wasn't too bad. In fact, wasn't too bad. You had a 10-round championship. You had to select a rival to beat him before you got to the end of the 10 rounds. That was a pretty good feature, I have to say. But the young driver test, yeah, I didn't enjoy that very much. It reminded me too much of Gran Turismo. Thankfully, I have done the first day, which means we can have a look at the career mode, because actually you have to do the whole of the first day before you can actually get into the career mode. But we've already done that because there's a save already on there, so that's good. And as you can see, once again, you've got the helmets. You've got 44 helmets now. I think that's upped a little bit from the possibly 2011 or 2010 when you only had 24, but still quite a few to choose from there. Of course, none of the customization of some of the later games, but still good nonetheless. So anyway, now we can get into the career mode, and this is where the game lets itself down. There's no atmosphere, there's just nothing, because this is just a statistics screen. And that's it. Yes, telling you your teammate, and you've got the rounds of the championship at the top. You've got other little icons above some of the championship rounds, which tells you whether there's a development test going on, or whether you've got like Monaco, which is the jewel of the crown. But that's it. There's no paddock area. There's no sitting in your trailer. It's just, there's no laptop either. It's just a real disappointment after 2011 and 2010 to actually get presented with this. It's just rubbish. It really is. And you can see the standard email system is still there as well. But this all looks very bad. Very bad indeed. Anyway, let's have a look at the teams and drivers for 2012. We start, of course, with Red Bull Racing. And that had Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. Multi-20... No. Vodafone, McLaren, Mercedes were next, with Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lulu. On to Ferrari now, and we've got Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa, baby. On to Mercedes AMG Petronas with Michael Schumacher and Nico Rosberg. Next team, of course, was the Lotus F1 team with Kimi Raikkonen and Romain Grosjean. On to Sahara Force India, which had, of course, Paul... Oh my goodness, look at Paul de Vesta. He looks like he's just tasted something rather unpleasant in his mouth. Yes. Oh my god. I think maybe he's doing a Pornhub shoot because, of course, you know, things are getting desperate at the moment for Paul de Resta, yes. And Nico Hulkenberg looks like he just finished a Pornhub shoot. Yes, and he had that rather unpleasant taste in his mouth, but now it's gone. And he's just got that aftertaste. Anyway, let's move on. Sauber F1 team. We got Kamui. Oh, he looks very shocked, and so does Sergio Perez. What's going on at Sauber F1 team? Anyway, we move on to Scuderia Toro Rosso with Daniel Ricciardo and Jean-Luc Verne. Yes, on to the next team now, and we've got Williams F1 team with Pastor Maldonado and Bruno Senna. On to Caterham F1 team with Heikki Kovalainen and Vitaly Petrov. Oh my goodness. He looks scary, doesn't he? Yes, you wouldn't want to meet Vitaly in the back of a dark alley, would you? Bloody hell. Bloody hell, Vitaly. What's going on there? I'm not quite sure. I think we better just move. Is he still wearing the Renault overalls? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to HRT, the hormone replacement therapy with Pedro de la Rosa and the cucumber man himself, Narayan Kafik. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, on to Marussia F1 team now with Timo Glock and Charles Pick. Oh my goodness, look at Charles Pick. He looks like he should be in a boy band. Look at him. Look. Wowzers, mid-trousers. Unbelievable. He didn't last very long, did he, in Formula 1? Anyway, let's move on now. Of course, the team we are going to pick has been suggested, and it is Pastor Malda Bloody Nardo in the Williams. I don't really mind that, actually, because the Williams is a pretty decent car in 2012, so that's what we're going to race. And yes, up to 100%. Let's do this. So look at the tracks first before we continue. Australia, Malaysia, Chinese Grand Prix, Bahrain Grand Prix, Spanish. We got Monaco, we got the Canadian Grand Prix, then the European Grand Prix, then we got the British Grand Prix, the German Grand Prix, Hungary, Belgium, Italy, just one, Singapore, Japanese, Korean, Indian, Abu Dhabi, United States, and Brazil is the last round of the championship. We are going to pick Germany because it's one of my favourite tracks for this game as Pastor Maldonado. Okay, on to the setup, and oh dear, I haven't got a setup saved. Yes, it's obviously all gone since 2012, so that's going to be a bit of a disappointment. We're just going to have to wing it then, aren't we? Now, the front wing angle, I know we can go right down with that. We can go back to our low downfalls. I think it was 3-1, wasn't it, back in 2012? I'm not quite sure. Was it 3-1? Well, I'm going to do 3-2 just to be sure, but I'm sure that was how you had it. The front wing slightly higher than the back. I'm pretty sure anyway, if I can remember rightly. The braking, I think I just put the balance a couple of notches to the front, just a little bit, yes. Left everything else as it is. Car balance, we'll leave that as it is. I'm not quite sure how to do that. And the suspension, yeah, not going to touch that. Now the gearbox. Do you remember this, lads, when you could actually change the gearbox ratios? Oh, why they got rid of that, I just don't know. But yes, so we're going to change the gearbox up a little bit. This is basically how you did the gearbox in 2012, just sort of in that sort of shape, just to increase the top speed for the last gear at the end. Okay then, it's time now for the 100% race in Germany as the 5 lights go out. Now, of course, we have got a random grid start, so we've got to wait for everyone else to go past us as we say go, go, go. So it's away we go. We pull off the left-hand side. All the cars have got to go past us now. Let's have a look and see. Have they all gone past? Oh, is there any more stragglers? Is there more stragglers? I think there is. There's one off to the right-hand side. Who's that? Oh, it's Narayan Kafikayan, of course, in his cucumber car, the HRT, of course, with the car that we drove in the last episode. But we say go, go, go once again, and look at this. It's a Codemasters game for sure because we dive down the inside of a huge amount of cars. We're up into 20th place. We're up against now Jean-Luc Verne, and we get past, I think that was a Lotus as well. So we're behind Jean-Luc Verne. We've got Kamui Kobayashi directly in front of us as well. But just look at the overspeed that we managed to get in the first lap of all these races in these Codemasters early F1 games. It's just ridiculous, really, how much ground you could make up from the back of the grid. Look at this. Just look at it. It's a bit pathetic, actually, you had to say. But anyway, a little bit wide. Oh, look at that. Mark Webber goes off there. So a little bit wide there for Pastor Maldonado, but we get up into 11th place now already. Yes, 11th position and chasing Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, in 10th position, of course, in that Red Bull car. Look at the dirt build up on the tyres as we push Daniel Ricciardo a little bit off the circuit there. Well, Pastor Maldonado is definitely living up to his name. Definitely living up to his name as he pushes Daniel Ricciardo off the circuit. So let's have a look and see what is going on screen. Now, of course, this is on the PlayStation 3. And it's being transmitted to your eyes in 720p at 60 frames a second. Yes, 60 frames a second. Which was really good because, of course, a lot of the later games only actually do 30 frames a second. They are in 1080, but yes, they have decreased the frame rate. But anyway, this is all good as we complete lap 1 of this Grand Prix. So look and see what's going on the screen, and you can see in the left hand corner you've got your position in the race and where the other cars are around you. And you can see, oh, it's been going for some moves now. We're going for some moves. I think that's Felipe Massa. Yes, it is. So we get past up into 8th position. We're up into the points, a little bit higher in the points now on lap 2. We've got a purple sector time as well. Fantastic. From Pastor Maldonado, of course, the greatest F1 driver in the history of the sport ever. If you look him up on Google, you will see all of his 10 World Championships that he scored between, I think it was 2006 and 2018. Yes. As we now go past another car getting up to 7th place. Yes, have a look at all his 10 World Championships and you will see just how great a driver Pastor Maldonado was in his career. And yes, that was sarcasm. We're chasing Fernando Alonso, of course, in the Ferrari in 2012. So if we look down into the left-hand side of the screen, you can see there is the mini-map. Once again, showing you where our car is with the big red dot and where all the other cars are. Unfortunately, though, all the other cars are just white dots, so you can't really tell what's what. Once again, they did sort it out later in the series, but it's pretty disappointing considering some of the earlier F1 games had all the cars in different colours, and now Codemasters decided not to do that, and they decided to have them all as white dots. Anyway, end of lap 3 now for our driver of choice, as the DRS has now been enabled for Pastor Maldonado. So you can see that the car looks pretty decent. The graphics overall look pretty impressive, I have to say, for 2012. Oh, very, very wide there for Pastor Maldonado. He rejoins the circuit, does he? Oh, but he gets overtaken by Sebastian Vettel in, of course, that Red Bull. So he's down to 8th position now, 8th place. So off to the right-hand corner, you can see we've got the speed that tells you how fast you're going. You've got the rev counter as well, where it's just like a rev light, really, as we go past Sebastian Vettel. Sorry, I almost said Pastor Maldonado then, but that's our driver of choice. Anyway, Sebastian Vettel, as we go wide on the exit. Look at the dirt progression on the tyres, though. That's fantastic, I have to say, for a 2012 game, to see all that dirt progression. And it really did play a part in this game as we now dip down the inside of Sebastian Vettel and get our place back. So as I say, in the right hand corner you've got the sort of rev lights, how fast you're going, and of course your DRS and KERS indicators. And thankfully we have got KERS for this Williams in 2012. The Williams was a pretty decent car, it has to be said, in the 2012 season. If you look at the livery, it may remind you of some of the Rothmans liveries that went around in the late 90s on the Williams cars. Yeah, that was by design. They tried to emulate that livery from, of course, without the Rothmans sponsorship, because of course tobacco sponsorship was banned by them. But yes, they tried to emulate it, and I'd have to say they did a pretty decent job. As we accelerate forward to lap 4. As you can also see off to the right hand corner, there's our sort of menu that only comes up when you press the button, which tells you whether you're in rich mix, standard mix or lean mixture, and also of course it tells you your tyre situation as well. As we accelerate forward out to lap 6, and we have managed to catch up to the back of Kimi Raikkonen in, of course, the Lotus car. Yes, the Lotus car. Let's see if we can get past Raikkonen. Yes, we can. The overspeed on this game as you engage the DRS is absolutely ridiculous. That's one thing that they really... Oh, we've gone very, very wide on the exit. Can we put it back? Yes, we do. But Kimi Raikkonen gets past us. Yes, you could get so much speed going down the straights if you had the DRS engaged. It was pretty ridiculous, and they did actually slow that down in the later games of the series. Oh, as we make a little bit of contact there with Kimi Raikkonen, but we dive down the inside and get back into 6th position. Our next target is Sir Lewis Hamilton, the Knight of the Realm himself, and of course the McLaren in 2012. Let's see if we can catch up to him. The gap is 5 seconds as we accelerate forward to lap 11. Lap 11. We've got another indicator off to the right hand side that tells us our condition of the car, and you can see that the tyres are getting pretty much the... Oh no, and we've binned it, we were chasing Hamilton, but now we've lost it. We got dirt. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woo, almost got taken out there by Kimi. That was very, very close indeed, but yes, now we've cocked it. We've cocked it completely there, lads. But we're going to rejoin in 7th position. 2.5 seconds, almost 2 3/4 seconds behind Kimi Raikkonen. So there you go, as we accelerate forward down to lap 12. So you can see on the right the indicator that tells us that the tyres are almost getting to the end of the cliff. Of course, oh, we got a car going past us. Look at this. It's Kamui Kobayashi. I think that's a Sauber, isn't it? Yes, it's a Sauber car. But we're going to brake very, very late and see if we can tuck it in. We get a lot of dirt build up on the tyres. As you can see, as Kamui Kobayashi dives down the inside of us in that Sauber car. He's actually blocking us there. Look at this. Superb driving from Kamui Kobayashi. But we managed to get the place back. So back into 7th position for Pastor Maldonado. Now, of course, we are on the option tyre. There was only 2 tyre choices in 2012 as we now go past Kimi Raikkonen once again because we got the DRS on him. So back into 6th position. Yes, only 2 tyre choices in 2012. You had the option or the prime tyre. And the colours of the tyres were just basically yellow for the option and white for the prime tyre, which sort of was a lot better for confusion from some of the later games where, oh my god, there's so many colours. Which one was it where you had the about 7 different colours? I think that was 2018, was it? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we come in for our first pit stop. Now, thankfully for 2012, they did actually make these tyres a lot softer. So you have to come in now for at least 2 stops, sometimes 3 stops, which is great. So the lads go from the option onto another set of options. And I think we'll go to the primes at the end then. So we rejoin the Grand Prix and we're still in the World Championship points. Look at that, 10th position as we rejoin on lap 16. Of course, this is a 100% race, so 67 torturous laps in total. But at the moment, we are in 10th position as we accelerate forward now to lap 18. Oh, look at this, we've got cars jostling in front of us. It's Kimi Raikkonen and Jenson Button. Go on, lads, take each other out, and Pastor's just going to slide straight through the middle of you. Oh, not at the moment though. Here goes Kimi, and I think look at that, we're parking the bus in the middle there, aren't we, Kimi? But we managed to get past, up into 9th position now. Next target, of course, is Jenson Button, and of course that McLaren car of 2012. This was, of course, pretty close to Lewis Hamilton's last season with McLaren before he went to Mercedes, as we now dive in around the outside of Jenson Button. So up into 8th position now for Pastor Maldonado on lap 18 as we're just going past the pits. There's a couple of cars coming for their first pit stop, and Romain Grosjean is currently in the lead. Yes, currently in the lead of this Grand Prix as we now go up into 7th position on lap 19 of the Grand Prix. So let's have a look now at Wiki and see what the official blurb is about this game back in 2012. Okay, so F1 2012 is a video game developed by Codemasters based on the 2012 Formula 1 season. It was announced on the 18th of March 2012, coinciding with the first race of the F1 2012 season. Look at this, there's a car just coming out of the pits. Who was that? I think that was Hamilton. I think we got him. Yes, we've got Lulu. We have got the blessed one himself. So we're up into 5th position now. 5th place on lap 20. And we put in a fastest lap as well. Pastor Maldonado has put in our fastest lap in the Williams. We've got purple. Wowzers. As we accelerate forward down to lap 21. And we've got up to the back marker. Here's Narayan Kafakayan and Charles Pick. We managed to get past both of those. Fantastic. And Fernando Alonso is currently in the lead as Michael Schumacher puts in a fastest lap now. Wowzers. As we accelerate forward down to lap 27, and the clouds are starting to darken. It looks like it could rain as we're now chasing Nico Rosberg, and he's got real problems with Heikki Kovalainen, but we dive down inside of both of them. Wowzers. Oh no, one's still there. I think it's Rosberg. Is he still there? Yes, he is. But up now into 4th position. Oh, a little bit wide down the exit. Yes, 4th position now for Pastor Maldonado on lap 28. Getting very, very close to his next stop, of course, though, because the tyres are reaching the end of their cliff. As we accelerate forward down lap 29, there is Romain Grosjean, and we are going to see if we can go for a podium here. We go ready outside of Grosjean. Do we get past? Yes, we do. So up now into 3rd position for our driver of choice, Pastor Maldonado. Next target is Schumacher in front in 2nd place as we accelerate forward down to lap 30. Lap 30. We've still got lots of fuel on board, lads, which is good. We're not going to run out of fuel in this episode, as it's time now for us to make our 2nd pit stop. Oh my goodness, no! Oh, balls! Oh, balls. Did I engage flashbacks? Oh, I hope I did. I keep forgetting to. Please, please, please engage. Oh, thank fuck for that. Yes. Yeah, anyway, whoopsie! Cool, that pit lane was well greasy coming in there, I'll tell you, well bloody greasy. Let's do that again, everyone, shall we? Yeah, so we come in now for our 2nd pit stop, and oh, look at that, beautiful pit stop there from Pastor Maldonado. Look at that, absolutely brilliant. Fucking hell. Anyway, Fernando Alonso still in the lead at the moment. Anyway, back to Wiki, and the game features all 12 teams and 24 drivers completing the 2012 season, except of course once again for the mid-season changes because of the release date for this game, as we have our pit stop and rejoin now in 5th position at the moment for Pastor Maldonado. The game also features a brand new young driver test mode. Yes, we know about that. We didn't like that very much, did we, lads? No. As we accelerate forward now to lap 36, still in 5th position at the moment. There's another car coming, so I think Pastor's going to get up into 4th position there, is he? Yes, he does. Fernando Alonso still in the lead though at the moment on lap 37. So let's have a look and see what actually everyone said about this game. The reception. F1 2012 received generally favourable reviews and a collective score of 81 out of 100 from Metacritic. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. As we accelerate forward to lap 37, and you can see we've got another back marker. It's Pedro Della Rosa in the hormone replacement therapy special. Managed to get past him. And our next car... Oh, look, there he is, lads. There he is. There's the blessed one himself, Lewis Hamilton. And, of course, the McLaren car. Are we going to get past him and get back into this podium position? Well, let's hope so. We're in Rich Mix now. He's trying to get past one. Oh, that's Timo Glock. Of course, Timo Glock, the person that helped him win his World Championship, I think in 2008, wasn't it? Yes, Timo Glock. Anyway, oh no, it's just started to rain, but Pastor Maldonado's done a fastest sector time and he's diving down the inside of the blessed one. Does he get past the Knight of the Realm? Yes, he does. Yes. Up into 3rd position now for Pastor Maldonado, back into standard mix because we definitely don't want to run out of fuel as we accelerate forward to lap 40. Oh, look at this car spun off in front of us. Wowzers, mid-trousers. I couldn't quite see who that was, but that was one of the Troy Rossos. Well, it's fantastic to see in this game that the cars actually do make mistakes and spin off. Of course, it is very, very greasy at the moment because it is just starting to rain. You can see it just starting to come down as we accelerate forward to lap 42. But thankfully, it looks like the rain has started to ease off as more cars come in for their pit stops. And now look at it. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, my goodness, I don't believe it. We're up into the lead. Pastor Maldonado on lap 43. It's up into the lead of this race. And thankfully, it has stopped raining, which was a great feature in this game. I do remember at times it could start raining and then it suddenly cleared up, and other times it would start bucketing down. I used to love that, I really did. Anyway, we accelerate forward at lap 46. There's a car trying to get past us and steal the lead away from us. It's Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari. No, you bugger. No. Very, very tight, hugging to the inside line. We get round the corner superbly, though, and manage to hold on at the moment to this first place on lap 46. As we accelerate forward now to lap 52, and we've got another car trying to get past us. It's Fernando Alonso once again with his DRS fully open, but I think we're going to have him because we're going to brake really, really later. Once again, yes, come on, get it round, Dave, get it round, yes! Well done, Pastor, well done indeed. And we hold on to the lead on lap 52. As we accelerate forward now, still on lap 52, still in the lead of this race. Still being pursued by Alonso, but unfortunately we've got to come in for another pit stop. Yes, because these tyres have reached the end of their life. So I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. Maybe the other runners did more prime sets than what we did, but yes, we've got to come in for another stop. There are other teams out though, so it's not just us. So we change now on to our last final set. So that's 3 stops now in this race. Great to see, absolutely great to see all those stops in the 100% race. And we rejoin now in 3rd position and get overtaken by Pedro Della Rosa and of course that HRT Hormone Replacement Therapy Special. Fantastic. On to lap 65 now, just a few more laps to go and we're being passed. Oh no, it's the Knight of the Realm. He's back, everyone. Yes, Sir Lulu of Lulu Lot. He's trying to get past us, but we hold on to this 3rd position on lap 65 now. Yes, lap 65. Okay then, so it's time to accelerate even further into the last dying moments of this race, and Fernando Alonso has won the race. We are going to finish in a very respectable, I have to say, 3rd place for Pastor Maldonado. Yes, the greatest driver in the history of Formula 1. He wasn't. He was a total bloody disaster. Yes. He crashed more times than I don't know what. He really did. Anyway, we crossed the line and finish in 3rd place. Fantastic result for our 100% race, and we got right to the end, everyone, and we didn't run out of fuel. Yes, fan bloody tastic. Mind you, we did start the race with about 8 laps spare of fuel, I do believe, so that's probably a reason. Anyway, so there you go. There's the final results screen. Fernando Alonso won the race in 1 hour and 33 minutes. Romain Grosjean in the Lotus finished in second place, and Pastor Maldonado finished in third place. And there he is, everyone. There he is. There is Pastor Maldonado on the Parc Ferme bit of the race course. There he is. Look at him. Look, yeah. What a beautiful man that was. Yes. And such a great driver. Anyway, it's time now once again for the Monaco test. Let's have a look. Lewis, please sign that bloody contract or we're going to put you in the wall. Oh, bugger. I'm so sorry, Lewis. So sorry. Anyway, let's have another attempt to see how we do here. Oh, look at that. The screen's gone red and black. Now, when the screen goes red and black, you know you've done a good job, lads. You know you've done a good job. Now, you can clearly see here that I have no idea the wall's directly in front of me. Look at the way the car just explodes into a million pieces. The wheels go flying. Of course, that doesn't happen anymore because you've got wheel tethers on, which is such a shame. We just love all the wheels exploding everywhere, don't we? Let's have another look and see where we're going with this one. Oh, we're going to the back of one of the Mercedes and the wing goes flying up and I think our wheels may fall off here. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. But the wheels carry on rotating. That's fantastic. The car stopped, but the wheels are still going around. There's bits of wing flying everywhere. It's just great. It really is. So have a look at that from the outside camera view. And oh, look at that. Just look at the confetti that comes out the back of these, or should I say the front of these cars. It's just, why? Why do you not see that in these modern F1 games? Why, Codemasters? Anyway, as you can see, we've gone round Saint-Devote and we have a little bit of a problem here with the Ferrari car. Yes, the Ferrari car. Now, of course, the aim of the exercise is always to try and get some of these cars to flip up in the air. And, oh, I think we've done it. Yes, we have. Look, the Force India goes. Oh, look, this is like a scene from The Matrix. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's rewind that and look at that again. Look, there's wheels flying off from everywhere. Look, we got a Ferrari just off to the right as well. That looks like 3 cars into the barrier there. Look at this. Here we go. And wham, bam. Thank you, man. The Mercedes goes up. The Force India goes flying off to the side. Look at that. Oh, that's just brilliant. And then here comes a flying brake duct, everyone. Look out. Wow. That just hit the cameraman. And look, the cars are still on their sides as we go up the hill. Wowzers. Oh, and it's a 10 from Len. Thank you, Len. Bit late, son. Bit late, but better late than never. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. This has been once again the end of our journey on F1 2012. And as always, there will of course be more later. And I will leave you, as always, with the credits. Thanks so much for watching and good night.